Okay, so I'm gonna do a pretty short video. Noelle and I put together this little greenhouse. Let's see. It was last year in December because it was for Christmas. I got her this for Christmas, and today is it's sunny. It's been cloudy the last couple of days, but it's very very windy. I had someone say that theirs blew off. We've had some very strong winds. I mean, where we live in the Pacific Northwest in Tacoma, the winds get very, very strong here at times. And so this has not moved. Someone else asked, I have the decorative fence, they asked if it would blow off. I'm like, I put down very long rebar. I haven't done that with this, and it has stayed. Now, currently I have a bag of compost down there, and I have another bag down on this side. It's been weighted quite a bit back here because that's just some dirt and some soil and stuff. I think that's just grass growing. I don't know if Noelle planted anything in this or not. And over here are strawberries. I came out here because it's cold outside, or not cold, but it says it's 52. This app I have on my phone, I don't know if that's correct. It says it's 69 in here. I don't know if that's correct. It feels like a warm Miami day in here, to be honest with you. So you can see how strong the wind is, and this thing is going nowhere. And there was one day that it was really loud wind, and I heard a loud bang. I came outside. The first thing I can see is the greenhouse, and nothing. You could see it's blowing pretty strong, and nothing. It's still hanging. It's still hanging tough. But I still will probably reinforce it with rebar. I'm out of those. Unfortunately, I use it all for my fence, but if need be, I can definitely reinforce these and put them down or whatnot, but so far, no problem. The weight I have in here, and then I did have those posts out there holding it down too, but the string has come off, so I gotta tie those back just to be on the safe side, but yeah, no problems. But anyway, so the strawberries are doing great. These were strawberries that Noelle salvaged from from an area over there where we had our strawberry patch. The chickens got out while we let them out, and they literally destroyed the old strawberry patch. Also, the dog got in there. It just wasn't good. So what we have left were just a few, and Noelle put those actually in a little plastic thing that didn't have any drain holes. Well, this little guy ended up, all of these little plants, ooh, this is heavy, no wonder it's not going anywhere. There was only a few, and they weren't doing so good. So she put this full of soil. She put down straw, which I told her grows grass. Straw, dirt, and then put the strawberries in, and then more straw. And so they were literally covered, and now they're like above the dill. And we've had snow. I mean, we've had snow. This whole thing was covered with snow. I didn't come in here at that time, but it's been covered with snow, and these guys have done well. The only other thing, oh, and then she has like this little bit of celery. I think these are celery. And they're doing pretty good. She's really neglected these things. They haven't really been watered or anything. I just now put water on them. This is my pineapple plant. It just looks horrible. I know. But this is not the environment to grow strawberry or to grow pineapple in, obviously. But because, and it didn't have access to sunlight, so it was all green and looking great. Now, not so much. So now that we have this greenhouse and it's warm in here, I'm just going to leave it in here because this is the type of heat and damp and everything that it needs. So I just now sprayed it with some water and all of that. So we'll see what happens. But so far, it's doing fairly well. I did get some peppermint seeds, which I may actually put those in something and bring them out here. As well as some of the lettuce and other things that I was trying to grow before. I may just set them on that shelf or something like that, or over here, and get those going, or even up here. I have a lot of different options, but to get those going to see what they're going to do. I tried to do it with the indoor greenhouse, but again, didn't really water them. So while I was gone to work, they just kind of just curled up and died. So what I wanted to do is probably start planting some stuff, putting it out here. I'm telling you, in here, it is definitely intense. If anyone has a question on if these 6-tier greenhouses, which I think I only paid $60 or something for this, if they're worth it, yeah. I mean, you saw the wind. It was shaking this thing. I mean, you can see I'm shaking it. It is designed to bend and flex for sure, but there's so much weight in here that it's really not going to go anywhere. By now, it would have for sure blown off. But yeah, there's just so much weight in here. It does really pick up the sun right now. The sun is out. It's kind of in that direction. And it is hot in here, man. Like, it's really, really hot. So that type of, when you step outside, however, it is very chilly. With the wind and everything, it's still very chilly. So the sun can be deceptive here because it's not what it feels like. In here, obviously, you got the plastic, you got the water that I just put. Even before the water, it was very warm in here. But I'm really curious to see how this pineapple reacts. I may put some of this in it right here, this fertilizer, fish fertilizer. I may put some of that on there too to try to just wake it up. But it's really not doing so hot. I kept it alive. It's done decent being in shade for several months, to be honest with you. But now I think it's going to have a better shot, and I think that's going to look a whole lot different. So I got to let it do its thing and try to gain some strength, and then we'll see what happens. But overall, not too bad. This is a junk pile. Noelle needs to get that out of here. I'll probably take it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we're gearing up for what the garden is going to look like. I guess I can turn it around here. What our garden's going to look like. I've been working on the front yard. Actually, I'm going to do a lot of landscaping. So the front yard's getting a lot of attention this year. I just want to bring that part out quite a bit more. I put in a lot of decorative fencing, so it looks really, really, really good. If I have to say so, it looks better than any other front yard in our neighborhood, in my opinion. It just really has a nice design to it. And then when you have the two arbors that are there, they look amazing. I finally got fencing in. There was a blunder with Amazon. They sent me a mirror instead of fencing. I don't know. So I got to send that back. I finally got the other fencing, and I installed that the other day. This morning, attached it to the neighbor's fence, so it's very secure. I just need the other arbor, which should have been here yesterday. It's not showing it's going to be here today. I don't know when it's going to be here, but when it gets here, I'm going to install that, and I'm done with the fence part. Then the landscaping of that is going to go on in the spring. So days that I have off is when I'm going to focus on that, and just really liven that area up, and then work obviously on some of the back here. You can't see it here, but over there is where we have the grill and the awning, which also has done very well. It has not fallen or blown off. It's weighted down with sandbags, so that makes a difference. If anything, I may even buy sandbags and just put them in here, but I don't think I necessarily need that. Like I said, it seems pretty darn sturdy, and those sandbags are heavy. But at any rate, I'm gonna finish up the fence here. We're basically putting in a bamboo fence. We're putting over a black cover and then bamboo fence along that. Gives us a lot more privacy. The table's gonna be moved over here where the corn box is. Corn box is gonna be removed. The chickens came through and scratched it up and knocked dirt everywhere, so I gotta fix that. And then we're gonna break that corn box up into sections, and then we're gonna plant it someplace else, maybe make a raised bed, I don't know. And yeah, I'm breathing heavy because it's hot in here. It's very humid, but my CU is not acting up, which is amazing. So I'm kind of enjoying this. But anyhow, that's pretty much it. I'll give you another glance of our strawberries. I think these guys are going to do well. These strawberries are very old. They're at least, well, they're older than 7 years old. Obviously, you know, strawberries live and die and all that, but this was from a small pea patch garden we had in Seattle, and they only had 1 or 2 little plants that looked like this, and we brought it back to where it was like a huge thing when we moved down here. And so it survived that long journey down. It survived everything that's going on, and now it's surviving again. So pretty darn hardy. They're very, very sweet, and so hopefully we can get some pretty decent strawberries again this year. But anyhow, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you join the Discord down in the description box below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you. Take care.